Oh man, I don't know why that song jazzes me up every time. It's not even a song; it's just a tune. Today's exciting day. I'm not, I wasn't even gonna make everybody wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, listen to us ramble on before we brought Dan on, because Dan's here. Come on, Dan. What's up, man?
What's happening, guys? Been a while.
Yeah, man, it's been ages. I know I talk to you frequently anyway, but what's been going on, man? How's a little bit of freedom you have here from your Wednesday nights? What have you been up to?
I fucking love it.
The world misses you, though.
I got a new schedule, man. Brian's like, "You gonna watch the show?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm sitting at the cigar bar, kick back with some friends." I got a little weekly thing I do every Wednesday now. I leave the office at like I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock. Going over to the cigar bar, kick back with a bunch of fellas, and we smoke cigars and talk business and just, enjoying it, man. Really enjoying it.
That didn't change much. That was your normal Wednesday, except now you're at a cigar bar. So I don't know what the difference is.
I was supposed to meet Dan for cigars like a few weeks back, but Brian called me like 2 days before he needed me in Vegas, so I had to cancel.
Oh, you were gonna go hang out with Dan? Yeah. So I mean, but man, Dan, I don't know. I thought this was your little brother at first or something. What's going on, man? I mean, you were looking fit.
Dude, I've been steadily working on my my health and working on my business.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I don't hate to say it, but I hate to say it. When I stopped podcasting and started focusing on my business, the business just started doing better than it already was. Yeah. So when I go back and look at the numbers, it's like, wait a second, we were doing 30% better than last month, 28% better, 35% better. And then in April, I kind of started checking out after I got back from Connecticut, and it went to like 55%, and I was telling Susan, and then May it was 80 something percent. June we did 155% more. So wow. In all actuality, man, it's been really good. I've been able to focus on the business, and I'm really focusing on my marketing and just kicking fucking ass every day and holding no prisoners. I'm contrary to popular belief. Dude, I'm out there, and if you're in my way, I'm gonna fucking crush you.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever thought anything otherwise, though. So, What are you at, like 36 branches now or something? Didn't you just expand some more?
No, I've got the Covington one, which we moved. As you can see, I got a new office, bigger space. And I think Susan, you came to my office, did you? Oh no, you haven't been yet.
I haven't been to your new office yet. No.
Yeah, it's great, man. I got this huge freaking window. I can see the crews coming and going. I can see everything. I love that. So we moved my office from one Covington location to another and moved my yard. So now my yard is literally 500 feet away. I can walk out the back door and in a minute be at my yard. Yeah. So that's been a big deal, being there every morning and being able to, pop in, and they're, it's not like, oh, he's across town at the office, Now they don't know when I'm going to pull up. Yeah. So that's been a good thing. And then we've got a location in Denham Springs, and man, we're kicking ass out there, and I don't even have a Google listing yet. It's because of my local service ads. We got nearly 500 5-star reviews. So why get a Google listing when I just added it to my service area and then I pop up first, So we're killing it out there. I say I have a location out there, but really it's just a lay down yard. We've got a big, huge 12 by 16 shed out there with stuff in it. We've got a dumpster there. We wrapped the yard with Fence King, and it's just kind of we're doing a big job out there. We'll get material sent there. So it's not a full-fledged branch, but it's working its way there. If the numbers keep doing like they're doing, and I can actually get boots on the ground every day in Denham Springs sitting there, yeah. It's gonna, some people are gonna feel it.
Did you keep trucks at all these locations, or you still run trucks out of like one main location? And then
it depends. Sometimes we'll have we keep at least one truck and trailer in Denham, So it does come back and forth, but yeah, we're pretty constant over there, man. So now we're just pretty much just freaking dominating the I-12 corridor from Slidell to Denham Springs, an 80-mile stretch of interstate. There's not much of up and down of that, on that stretch. You don't go south of the lake. If you go, you got to go across the lake to get into New Orleans. So we just got about a 15 to 20 mile stretch along the entire corridor from Slidell to Denham Springs, man. So,
is this all one big company? You said individual companies at each location.
Right now we're running two different P&Ls on them, but it's still under one company. But I've got one card that I use that I buy everything for that Denham Springs location. And then we've split up the salaries a little bit, this and that. So it's not a true P&L, but it's giving me something,
Yeah. Look at that. So. Dan and Shane about to make a comeback. I feel like Susie needs to send Shane a link right now. For old time's sake. Yeah, man, he's probably hustling to connect to the DFW Wi-Fi right now just in case you send it.
Oh man, poor Shane getting stuck in those airports, huh, man?
Poor Shane. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sure he enjoyed himself at the bar. I'm
sure he enjoys himself
that.
everywhere.
So anyway, man. But other than that, bro, we just been fucking kicking down doors and taking names. I even have on my voicemail. If you call my phone, I don't know if you call my phone, I sent you the voicemail lately, but it basically just says, can't answer the phone right now. I'm too busy kicking in fucking doors and making shit happen because that's what we do around here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nobody expects anything different. Yeah.
Huh?
Nobody expects anything different from you.
Yeah. Customers don't call my phone. It's friends and family.
They talk to all your automated systems. They don't talk to you no more.
Yeah, really. Really.
No, right? Seriously. Like the first time I met Dan, do you remember the first time you met me, Dan? Over phone?
Yeah, I was checking in at a hotel.
No, that is not the first time we met.
No, I remember. This was back in 2019, I could look. I know I have it in my phone. Maybe it was 2017 or so. You were at SAS?
Yeah, I was like brand new at SAS. I was practicing my like cold calling skills.
That's right. So I don't know if I called her, if she called me, but
called you?
I was asking questions about gate operators and this and that. And I took a bunch of notes. And then when I finally realized who she was years later, I was like, hold on a second. I pulled up my notes on my phone and she was like, you honestly still have that? And I'm like, yep, this is everything we talked about.
But you even got me on your automation system. Like you were showing, like you had just started like the automated text and like, I mean, they were amazing. Like I still was getting them for like almost a year.
Yeah. I think she bought 2 fences from you, and I think she was living in an apartment. That's how productive you were, right?
Man, we're the automations are killing it. We're doing a hell of a lot of follow-ups. We're getting jobs from people that, a year and a half, out. Sometimes we'll make a task in, next February to put somebody back into the automations because they say next spring they're going to possibly do that project. Oh. So I just make a task on my calendar, January 1st, go ahead and put them in a certain automation, and every 30 days. And then they're calling up, man, I can't believe they'll call me back.
Yeah.
So
you're like, you're that important to me. That's why.
Follow up is where it's at. If you're not following up, you're not getting the job.
Oh yeah, you'd be amazed the jobs you can get and follow up on. With the like my assistant, the phone's slow. I'm like getting this column and start cold calling.
Yeah,
getting people, and she'll easily pick up 2 or 3 estimates a week just from doing that when she has the time to do it.
Yeah. It's amazing how we only tend to do that when we're slow. And when we're slow, all of a sudden we pick up, go through all of our old estimates and we pick up 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs out of it. And if only we did that the entire year long, even when we weren't slow, we'd probably be able to pick up a whole nother truck and keep another crew busy, just off of following up. So it's, it's funny you mentioned that. Susan, though, while we got Dan here, it's not every day that you got the fence king himself sitting on here. Let's pull up some questions. We normally do a little segment where we read some questions from Fence Industry Only group on Facebook. And just so you know, Dan, I haven't seen them either. So she's going to pull up a couple random questions. So let's see what she's got for us today. Nathan Fry, top contributor. Hey, Nathan, thank you for that too. What are you guys using for software tracking leads? This is a good one for you, Dan. Tracking leads, quotes, and just overall organizing everything on all your jobs. I've just been using my notes section of my cell phone, and some people are starting to slip through the cracks, and I want a better system. Well, heck, we were just talking about that. So that was a good question to pop up. What are your thoughts, Dan?
I mean, you have to get some type of CRM, man. Everybody out there knows that I'm a big Job Nimbus guy. But Job Nimbus, last I heard, had changed up the way they do things. So it's kind of an investment to get hooked up with those guys. So if you don't have the money to do that and you want something that's affordable and ready to go, and I don't even think they have a contract, it's just month to month, I would go with Contract Accelerator. Those guys over there, they got a pretty awesome little setup. I like it. I went through and did a demo with them, and I was pretty impressed, and for the price, that's what I would do. If you just want to dabble in it and see what's going on, but just know once you get into it, you're going to be into it for a while.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to want to let go, because you're like, oh, I got all this information in there.
That's how they get us too. I'm the same.
Yeah.
I've been using Jobber for, I don't know, it seems like a decade. And it's, even though it doesn't fit everything I want, I don't want to let it go, because all that information, that data is in there, and it's really hard to export it and import it into another system, because it just doesn't mesh right.
Yeah. I didn't start using a CRM until I hit about 800,000. I was doing everything, basically created my own CRM with a couple notebooks, and I had a highlighting system. Okay, this guy paid his deposit, so I'd highlight the date. We set post, I'd highlight his name, right? We completed the job, I'd highlight the address. When they paid me, I'd highlight the total. I mean, literally, that's what I was doing in a notebook, and I could go back and see what was done, what wasn't done.
Yeah.
And it's funny, man. I had my new assistant was cleaning out the storage room, and she's like, "What are these planners?" I'm like, "Well, that's the Stone Ages, girl." So that's how I used to do things, man.
Wow.
And I got so busy, I hired somebody when I hit 800,000, and on the iPhone, when you get a voicemail, you can text that voicemail to somebody.
Yep.
I just would text the voicemails to Kirsten, my first assistant. She would go ahead and listen to them, write them down, make a list, and then she would scan them and email them to me in the afternoon, and then I'd sit down and make calls. Boom, 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 calling people back.
Yeah.
It started setting up systems that worked for me, and constantly tweaking them, We're still tweaking today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never perfected it. In a matter of 20 years, we haven't perfected it. Like you, we started off with just those file folder racks, and we'd have literally racks for each one. Okay, customer, these are quotes needed to be done, quotes that are looked at needed to be bid, jobs that were sold that needed material work orders and stuff like this. And it would just move along a rack system of file folders, and everything was just in file folders. But I think right now it's a pretty lucky time for someone getting in the defense industry, because there is so much software options out there that we didn't have when we started. So it's in CRM, it changes your life.
I still use a shitload of spreadsheets, man. I see Chance Roy in the bottom. Yep. Chance, that spreadsheet that I shared with you, I don't even really use that anymore. We've already tweaked it, built it out, broke it up in some different ways. But man, I literally can pull up any number that I need to know.
Yeah.
Zach was saying something today. I was like, hey man, we got to get, something done in a certain area. And he was like, man, do I have to do that? I'm like, look, that one area, we don't get as many jobs, but the jobs are bigger than everywhere else, and the profit margins are bigger than everyone else. So I need you to go to this area, and I need you to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, how do you know that? And I'm like, hold on one second. And you can see I got this computer screen right here. It actually mirrors what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah.
He'll go stand over there, and I'll be like, look at this, boom, 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 boom. And he's like, oh shit. And I'm like, yeah. So get on top of it.
Yeah. I'm with you. I live in Excel. I mean, I live in Excel. I'm probably in Excel 3/4 of the day in my computer. And it doesn't matter how many software programs I buy, how many CRMs I have. I am in Excel no matter what. I still send my quotes out, and I've yet, even software that that we've worked on for years and stuff, I can't seem to be able to find anything that'll get a quote out the same way I want that I've done for so many years in Excel. And maybe it's just because we're so familiar with it, and everything from the drawing modules. And I think I just love Excel.
Spreadsheets are the way to go to start tracking numbers. I mean, we literally have a spreadsheet from the date the job was sold, who the salesman is, who the installer was, if it was commercial, residential, drop downs, all the way through their name, their address. We track the zip code, the gross profit margin. And then on the tail end of that is the production. When did it start? When did it end? How many man hours we had? Boom, boom, boom. And, we're getting it dialed in really well. I know I could probably do that with a CRM, but then I got to get on the phone and beg and plead someone in an office somewhere in the United States to make a change so it can do what I want to do, when I can just open that spreadsheet and comment on it and get my spreadsheet guy and say, hey, I need this by Friday, and just get it done.
But I mean, even with Excel though, like I said, this generation's lucky because, a lot of people didn't grow up in Excel like we did. So the software that's out there, it gets them to where we are, with the decades of experience in Excel without having to go and learn Excel to the level we did. So kudos to all the software people that came up with stuff. I mean, they've got it down, they got it down to a nice little system now that we didn't have that same luxury when we first started out. So I'm excited to see what's coming up with all that. But Susan, I know you don't just have one question. What's the next one? Hit it.
I never do. I never do. So this is from Robert Grant, also another top contributor. He said he's been looking for a good handheld auger. Majority of the reviews I've been seeing on them aren't so great. What's everyone using?
I guess handheld auger. Are they talking about just like a 1-2 man auger? Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. My opinion, he could be talking about two different things. He could be talking about a 1-man auger with the motor right here, like the Stills or the Earthquakes or whatever you can pick up.
Yeah.
Or he could be talking about little beavers, I mean, look, man, when I used to have 3-man crews, I bought a beaver for $5,000, took a man off the crew, and we did more feet per man per hour with one less man, just because we spent the money on that auger and saved my payroll.
Yeah.
And then I was able to take that guy and this guy, put them together and start another crew.
Yeah.
Well, what were you using?
So, I was using, honestly, you want to know what I was doing? I was renting I couldn't find a good auger. And, I mean, it's kind of fucked up what I was doing, but I was doing it. I was renting augers from Home Depot. And then I'd call them up and say, man, somebody stole it off my trailer, and they'd just bill me out for the payment on the auger. And then I'd use it till it crapped out on me. And then I'd rent another one and from a different store and do it again. I'm just telling you, hey man, you do what you got to do, right?
I think one of the first.
There's nobody out there that hasn't done some fucked up shit to get to where they're at.
There's just nobody out there that just said it.
Yeah, they just don't want to say it. They're too worried about what people think. But, yeah, that's what I used to do.
In case anybody's listening to this on one of the streaming audio casts, that was Dan Blanc, not Brian.
I haven't done that in a long time though, man, because I moved on to the Stills, and then we ended up going with beavers. The Stills were great because I had a local guy. Our Still distributor was like a Gold Star dealer or something. Yeah. And they had a few mechanics in there, so if I had one break, I was buying them $1,000. I called them throwaways, and they would fix them for me right away, get me up and running. And then I went to the beavers, and then once I went to the beavers, I wasn't turning back. But you can't be a guy doing $100,000 a year and buying a $5,000 beaver.
Right.
It might be cheaper for you to rent one. I don't know. We all got to take baby steps. It's all about stepping stones. What got me here isn't going to get me there.
Yep. Yeah,
You know?
I started out renting them. I mean, when I started up as a child, we all had those before these either the beavers and the groundhogs, everything even came out. It was always those 2-man augers, with that big old engine right on the top of it, just spinning, and you would just have you remember you'd always wrap that leg around it, it'd be all padded or something, and that thing would just be pounding on you, and you'd leave the end of the day out for a long day with a couple bruises on your legs or something. But that's how we all kind of started back in the 80s and 90s. But then the groundhog came out. I don't know if that was before the little beaver or not, but I was renting. Yeah, it wasn't even the tow behind. It was the mechanical one. Then they had the hydraulic, the tow behind. So I was renting from Ahern local shop the mechanical one, which was wasn't hydraulic, so it didn't have reverse or nothing, so it'd get stuck. But I finally, my very first auger was I purchased that old beat up used one from Ahern, and for like $600 or something, and that was my first auger I ever purchased. And then I bought the hydraulic ones, the groundhogs, ever since then. And I only tried the beaver once I got to know you guys. I was and saw how much you guys loved them over. I never saw you guys working on any of the groundhogs. So I went to one of the expos. I think it was a Fence Tech in New Orleans, maybe. I think it was the New Orleans one. And I bought 2 of them off that guy and had them shipped out. And I thought like guys weren't going to like them, because I kind of like the groundhogs myself, because I feel like it's I don't know, you're just a little bit easier to maneuver for me. And it's one man, but I mean, everybody loves those beavers, man. They like them. They take that over the groundhog every single time.
Man, my guys, when I first got them, they were like, dude, we got to tote this thing around. And then once they started using them, they're like, okay.
Worth it.
So if they call me up and say, hey, we're running behind because of roots.
Yeah.
They're in some major ass roots.
Yeah.
I know that,
Yeah.
Somebody just cut down a line of ligustrums and didn't tell us about it, right?
Yeah.
And we're digging through all that shit, or we're digging through bamboo,
Yeah.
When they hit something big and bad. So, but we're looking at getting a mini. That's next on our list. I've got kind of got into the dumpster world a little bit. So I've got a dumpster guy that rents one of the office here, subleases one of my offices, and we use his dumpsters. And he just got a MT100, so he got an auger and a couple other things, and we're kind of testing it out, seeing how it's going to work, and utilizing his right now to see if it's worth it. I think it is. I just don't know if we have enough work to do it, but this commercial work, it's looking like we got to have it.
Yeah. Yeah. We use our skid steer attachment, a full-size skid steer, not the mini ones, but I mean, the ground is just hard out here. So you need that pressure, the down pressure, especially if you're out there and you want to dig a bunch of holes and it's anywhere where the ground, where the ground's gonna be a little bit more work.
See, I don't do a lot of that rural work. I don't do a lot of, 1,000-foot runs of 4-board fence where I could use a sit-in skid steer, a full-size skid steer. I need to get in people's backyards, and you start bringing that in their backyards. They're like, "What? Are you going to fix my grass? You're going to do this?" Because I see it happen. I see it happen with these tree guys, man. They go in before us and cut stumps out and all this stuff, and the yard's torn up, and the people are all pissed off. And I'm just like, man, this is why we don't have a sit-in skid steer. I just don't have use for it yet, but we're getting there, man.
I just don't think there's that much backyard fence here. It's a lot of block wall. So typically it's going to be going around. If there's any kind of like any chain link or iron or anything going around a property, it's going to be a little larger property where you can drive around it. And we don't have the landscaping. I mean, heck, next year, you're not even allowed to have grass. So it's all that desert dirt. So we're not worried about tearing the desert landscaping up,
Man, you mentioned buying that auger from the rental company. I bought a few of those too, but they'll only sell it to you when at a decent price when they've gotten their money out of it.
Yep.
That's why I had to start doing the Home Depot thing. But anyway, so when I had my grass business and we were doing some pressure washing, I literally started that business off of rental equipment, rental pressure washers, rental blowers, weed eaters, all that stuff. And that's how I went into business.
Yeah.
All second use stuff. I mean, funny story. The guy that I sat down with and started Fence King with over a roast beef po' boy walked in my door the other day, and he was like, "Holy shit." I was like, "Yeah, man, all over roast beef po' boy." And he was just like, "Golly, what do you got going on here?" But yeah, I mean, when and the reason why I said that is because his framer was the one who gave me all my nail guns to start my fence business.
Wow.
I was using pass load framing nails. I didn't know any different, man. It nailed the freaking board up, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I started my business with nail guns that were given to me.
Yeah.
And running 3-inch and 2-inch nails through a freaking framing gun.
Yeah.
You know, and a pancake air compressor.
I'd be using liquid nail guns, man. I'd be out there liquid nailing the boards right onto that. You know?
Liquid nail guns, huh?
Liquid nail guns is what I'd be using. You give me some wood, I wouldn't know what to do. You give me 50 feet of wood fence, man, it would just be a shit show. You know? I'd never get paid. That's for damn sure.
Man.
Yeah. So
we got more questions. What we got, girl?
Yeah. I got one more.
Oh, I thought she was done.
Nope. So Dante Wanarizo, curious what your guys' bonuses are for your installers. Looking to give my guys something that's goal/money driven. Thank you in advance.
All right, Dante. Bonuses, we typically only do them during Christmas time. And I guess it depends if I've already bought a new truck or not. No. All right. I think we typically do something on Christmas time. You know, if they've been there a full year, that's kind of the rule if you've been there a full year, but we're always pretty lenient. I mean, it's hard to give that new guy, you know, make him sit there while everybody else getting bonuses. So we'll kick a little something, but not really based off of anything other than how we're doing. I don't know how you do it, Dan.
So we do it two ways. I know there's a lot of negativity out there about Christmas bonuses, but I like a Christmas bonus. I used to love getting my Christmas bonus, but then again, I was a guy that did what I was supposed to do every year.
Yeah.
You know, so I loved it. It was almost like an automatic savings account for me. It helped me get help me out, get me over that hump at Christmas. And I love them, man. But so we do that. Talking with people through the industry, you know, some people do boots. So we give our guys, we buy them all boots every year at Christmas. And I think I'm going to start doing it. I was noticing the other day my guys' boots, and I think I'm going to start doing it midsummer too. So maybe every 6 months buying them boots. And then we do a review reward system. People wonder why we have so many reviews. There's a few pieces to that puzzle, but one of the pieces is my guys are soliciting them. You know, they're out there telling the homeowner, hey, look, you know, I know you just walked the fence with me and said you loved it, but if you really want to do something, you can go do a review. And if we get a 5-star review on a job, we get a bonus.
Yeah.
So it's a way for you to tip us, and it doesn't cost you anything but a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So they're out there soliciting those reviews. That's one of the ways we do it. There's a couple other things that we do, but y'all got to figure that out yourself. But that's how we're getting our reviews, you know. Then another thing that we're doing is we're doing production bonuses. So throughout the month, we're tracking, hey, this job's got 17 hours on it for 2 men, so 34 hours. You get this done sooner than that, then you get a bonus, you know. But they don't like it when it takes longer. So if a job takes longer, we got to have a conversation about it. Whose fault was it? You know, okay, Zach, you didn't figure this right. Dylan, you didn't see that shit. That's why it took as long. You know what I mean? So really what's happening is not only are the production bonuses giving my guys something to drive for, but it's also making everyone better at their job. So now instead of the installers hating the sales guys because they're like, oh, you're just selling it, you know, now they're having conversations. Hey, look, man, when I do this, you need to bid this because I want to get my bonus, and you're not bidding enough time. Because once it's done, it's done. I don't care who fucked up. No bonuses are going out. Y'all need to figure this shit out. Y'all get out there and figure it out.
Yeah. So what I got out of that was Zach and Dylan need to step up their game, huh?
Yeah. So it's causing them to look at things differently, you know. And that's another thing, man. You know, Dylan, he hasn't really done any fence work. He's done more sales. So he's been out and he's done a couple fence jobs, and he's come back, and I'm like, now you know what it takes, you know. Zach, he built fence for years for me, so he knows.
Yeah.
He'll come in my office. He's like, look, man, look at these pictures. I know they're gonna be chopping on this shit. They're gonna be doing this, and this is gonna take that. He's got more of a grasp. Dylan does good with it. He needs a little more out there doing it sometimes. So, but he's getting there. And the way we're doing things now, it's causing them to communicate in a positive way instead of a negative way.
Yeah. And I think the systems and everything that you do it creates a good environment for everybody to at least they start to understand why it's important to finish the jobs, within a timely manner or within the budget that you had for the project and stuff. So you're setting a good environment for that. There's no doubt. And I think that's probably a good place for them to learn.
And creating a level of motivation to where they know, well, if I go and do this, I'm gonna earn it. You know what I mean? It creates a level of ownership.
Well, then the other thing we do too is say you got a call back on that job and you got to go back 3 days later to fix something. Well, guess what? It's eating up the time on the job that you were supposed to be on. It's got to go somewhere. Yeah. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Yep. And you're never afraid to share your knowledge. But speaking of that, let's talk about Dan Blanc Uncensored. What's the deal with that, man? I mean, when is that coming out? People are waiting, man. I get calls and messages about that. Hey, what's the deal with that guy? I go, I don't know. I'll check, but reach out to Dan.
I've had people in my inbox, and I've just kind of been, I don't know, I've kind of been tight-lipped about it. I've been all over the place, and I think I've had some conversations about this with Susan. But I mean, to be brutally honest, I'm just kind of sick of it, man. And when I say sick of it, I don't mean of podcasting. I mean, look, everybody's got a podcast now. How many fence podcasts they got? They got all these fence podcasts, and 90% of them are doing exactly what Cannon and I were doing 4 years ago. It's nothing new, guys. Hate to bust your bubble.
Well,
right?
Flattery, man.
It is what it is, You
started something, man.
I mean, how many times are you gonna interview Caleb Roth or Matt Warner or all these guys that are just making the circuit, right? So I'm sick. So anyway, I'm just kind of sick of this whole space that I'm in, to be honest with you. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with the fence industry and its predatory mentality, man. Just it fucking drives me when you get these people to come to events and pay $1,000 or even $5,000 to go to this fucking event to get sold more fucking shit.
Right.
Oh man, I'm glad you came. Now you got to buy this. Fuck, man. I maxed out my credit card. I used deposits from a job that somebody gave me because I thought I was going to come here and get all this knowledge, and I got about this much knowledge, and I got to spend more money. I'm just tired of that predatory mentality, man. And I just can't stand by and not say anything about it. So it's probably best I don't podcast, you know? But if you're too unaware to realize what's happening, then that means you kind of have a responsibility to point it out. You know what I mean?
Well, it's never best if you don't podcast. I think we all we need you out there. We need your opinions, and we need you not be afraid to speak up. So I think you have a strong following. You always have, and definitely, I know you were talking about branching out beyond. A lot of your conversations you have is about business and marketing and stuff that really kind of applies to a lot of other industries as well as just fence. So yeah, I think that you definitely could reach a larger market. So I think that's what we were all kind of looking forward to with the Dan Blanc Uncensored. So
yeah, that was kind of my.
What's the plans with it?
Yeah, it was kind of my thought, and I was dabbling in the concrete world and the lawn world and all this, and I don't know, man. When I started looking at the ROI on it, and I started looking at what maybe my business could have been doing more, and then weighing out the money that was coming in from the podcast world.
Yeah.
I think the only reason why I stayed in it so long is to finally recoup all the money that we dumped into it. Because, man, it's not cheap. It's expensive. And it might not be expensive completely when it comes to tangibles, time,
Right.
I mean, Susan, you're helping with this show now. How much time does that take? Imagine if you had to manage, 15 people and,
I do.
550, 600 fence jobs and,
Run a trade show.
right. You see what I'm saying?
Manage exhibitors.
Right. You know what it's like. You do, let's just use 550. We're going to do 550, 600 fence jobs this year. Let's say we do 600, easy number.
Yeah.
Well, that's 1,200 personalities we got to deal with, husband and wife, most of the time. And then you got the shitheads next door. You got to deal with their personalities, right? You got all these personalities to deal with. You're trying to run a business and you're trying to figure out who you're going to have as a guest and what are we going to talk about. And then you want to make sure that people are tuning in and it's of value to them because they're taking time away from their families.
Right.
So you dive into it in even deeper. And then when you start looking at the ROI on it, it's like, it just ain't worth it. When I sat down and broke down the numbers on my spreadsheet, the numbers look great, but then you start deducting all the traveling and all this and this and this and this. And you're like, I made 50 grand last year doing this. I mean,
you definitely don't do it for the money. You definitely don't do podcasts for the money.
So
yeah, but I feel like you still kind of have a toe in it. Like I've been seeing these everywhere, updated by Dan Blanc Uncensored. Like what is Killer Keys for Kicking Ass? Like what was the vision behind this?
Well, I think it was just things that come to mind, or I'm listening to things that I'm taking in. And I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I don't say a whole lot in those groups anymore. But I'll see things, and I'll be like, you know what, man? And I'll type something up, and I'll drop that Killer Keys for Kicking Ass. And I know they might not get a lot of likes, it might not get a lot of comments, but it's funny. I talk to people, and they're like, "Oh man, I saw that today." I was like, "You didn't like it?" Well, no, but I read it. It was good. So it's just, I still want to contribute and be a little raw with it. But, maybe that's my way of keeping it alive until I feel like I got to come up with something new. Yeah. I'm going to dive in and it's just going to be the same old shit. Right. And it's got to be something different. It's got to be something new. It's got to be out of all those other podcasts. Why do I want to listen to Dan Blanc's? Because boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to listen to him tonight, or I'm going to listen to him on my way to work or on my way with Estimate instead of this other guy or these other guys.
Yeah.
So if I can't get in there and just kill it and be different, then I'm going to sit back until something comes around and I'm like, you know what, I can do something with this. So I think those Killer Keys for Kicking Ass are going to be my segue into what I do. If I do it, I'm not going to have a single sponsor. It's all going to be on me. So I don't have any obligations. I already said whatever the hell I wanted, but I mean,
I don't think sponsors stopped you.
Yeah, it's not going to be none of that, man. It's going to be raw. It's going to be real, and you're going to know what I'm saying is coming from my heart. And I have a love for young entrepreneurs because I was there, and I got taken advantage of. And I know what it's like to walk up your driveway and go, okay, am I paying my house note or my car note this month? Right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I think that's why it bothers me when these guys are taking advantage of these younger guys and giving them these big dreams, and they so badly want to make it, but to the point to where they're willing to bend their integrity, and that's a problem. You can't come back from that. Yeah. And I just don't like that, man. I don't think they should be put in that position.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you could do a twist and do it from like the backseat of that new BMW you've been driving around in or something. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's hear about the new car. I mean,
what have you seen online? Huh? I didn't buy it. Man, that son of a bitch was nice.
Was it?
Oh. That was the best 3 days of my life. I was like,
rental cars are the best.
I'm actually looking at some other things, but I had to give that one a try. I haven't driven a sedan like that in a long time, and
Yeah.
I always like those long, stretched out BMWs.
Oh yeah.
So they came and dropped one. Well, we already have a BMW from the same dealership, so this dealership's insane, man. They'll do anything for you. So I was like, man, I'm looking at this. I can have one at your office tomorrow. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think Pepper says she wants to talk about her new car.
Talk about how she never gets to drive it.
When you're cruising around in.
She's driving my truck now, man. I've got a big hammock in the back for the dog.
Yeah.
So I leave early, man. I used to get up at 3:15 and I was at work for like 4:15, but now I'm here for like 5:30 because I've kind of gotten my workload down and manageable. So I take her car and she takes my truck every morning and brings the dog. So Scout's running around the office all day, and he's actually laying right there waiting for me so I can leave. So I drive the truck home. She drives it to work.
Yeah. Or I hear her birthday's coming up.
Yeah, man. Her birthday is the week of the fence show. So we're going to be in Vegas, and Susan's trying to get me to obligate to other things. And I'm like, I've
during
already,
business hours.
I'm trying to put my feet in both worlds. I'm trying to get Pepper around Vegas. She went to Vegas last year, and she went out one day by herself, but she never really saw Vegas, and it's been years since I did the whole Vegas thing. So we're gonna go see Vegas while we're there. Yeah. We're gonna split our time up, you know.
Well, we're renaming the whole show Pepper's Birthday Party. So it's not
yeah, she already thinks she has a birthday month. Jesus, I give her a birthday convention and a birthday city. I'll never hear the end of that shit.
Bring Scout to Vegas.
Bring Scout to Vegas. Oh, I don't know. Did he let dogs in first class?
South Point is pet friendly too.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I mean,
it is.
They let all of us fencers in there. I'll be honest.
Oh my goodness, the internet's breaking over Pepper's birthday.
I think we'll have to do. We're gonna have to do something at the show. We're gonna have to get her up on stage or something and get Elvis or Dan to sing "Happy Birthday" to her, or maybe Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn,
dude, I don't know if Pepper knows this since Pepper's watching. Pep, I don't know if you know this, but my wife number 2 and I went to Vegas, and we got married by Elvis just for fun. So. You really want to know why I said that? So she'll be like, we're not doing that.
You just saved about $10,000 right there.
Yeah.
One little comment, right?
Had a rented cake and rented people. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
What do you guys, you got anything planned you can share with us, or is it going to be all just a secret, everything you got going on?
I'm going to tell you exactly what I told her. I said, Pep, this is what you need to be doing. And I really think it's very clever what you're doing, Brian. You're posting things to see while in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I told her, I said, look, you just need to scroll through and see what Brian's talking about, jot it down, and we're going to spend a Sunday together, you know, doing what we do on Sundays, on the Sundays that we stay home, you know, and I'm going to be on my MacBook, and we're like, all right, let's do this. We're going to schedule this, schedule that. She's like, we don't have any reservations for my birthday for dinner. I'm like, it's Vegas.
Yeah.
Eat any freaking way. I don't want to be on a time schedule, you know?
Yeah.
So we're flying in Monday night, and we rented a car through Turo. If Shane Catton's listening and Brian Harris, they know about these Turo cars that we rent. But we rented a car from Toro. We're going to drive out to Hoover Dam. She's never seen that, the Grand Canyon. And I wanted to see the old strip. I wanted to go in the old, what is that, the horseshoe or whatever.
Yeah.
When you go in and it's like 8-foot ceilings in a casino, and you're like, what the hell? You got those horrible ceilings.
It smells like stale beer. It's that's Vegas.
Yeah. There's like horse heads laying around. But yeah, so I want to take her down to see the old strip, and of course, Bellagio, and we're not going to the Tiffany store, Pepper.
We have a bunch of those. So yeah,
I
she's
know, man. It's like the mecca of brands to go
you can't
shopping.
even avoid a Tiffany's here. That's for sure. You're like, I know. We'll just go to this hotel. We'll just see it. No, there it is. Oh, look at that.
So,
Yeah.
dude, did you know the guy? I don't know this cat's name, but the guy who owns Tag Heuer bought Tiffany.
Mm-mm.
So when you go look at Tag Heuer watches now, you're gonna see a little hint of that Tiffany blue in places, and it
Oh,
looks good. And I was like, man, that kind of looks like Tiffany blue. And the guy's like, well, yes, a lot of people don't know that we bought out our owner owns a bunch of businesses, and he bought out Tag Heuer.
yeah.
So yeah, man. So now she is eyeing up this tag, and because it matches her Tiffany bracelet and shit. It's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just saved a bunch of the blue boxes from when my wife thought I threw them away. So I just go pick up wherever there's some other place where that I don't get it because it's the same earring. It's like $1,000 less at this other store. So I just keep putting in that same blue box, and she hasn't noticed yet. I mean, she said it hurts her ear normally sometimes, but I don't know, maybe it's something with her, not the earrings.
Man, I'm sure you could buy those blue boxes on
Oh yeah,
eBay or something.
yeah, and save yourself like $10,000 on some earrings.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Those Mickey Moto pearl earrings.
She'll never know. She'll never know.
My Pepper. Most people don't know who Mickey Moto is.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I know we got some plans to meet up with you. I was talking to Yadira, so we'll be seeing you out here right when you get in. Hopefully, I'll be picking you guys up at the airport or something. But
yeah, we got a car, so we're gonna jump in it. We're gonna roll out to the airport. I mean, to the hotel, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to hanging out and smoking some cigars. Man, did you see that new Guy Fieri cigar called the Knuckle Sandwich that came out? Yeah, and it's box pressed. So
that's
yeah,
my favorite.
it's a box pressed, and it's so a knuckle sandwich is like a combination of all the scraps from premium cigars. So they take all the scraps from those and make a cigar. So it's almost like when you go to a steakhouse and they got the beef tips, so they got a steak sandwich for lunch because it's all the steak scraps from the night before.
Yeah.
So it's a hell of a cigar, man. So I'm going to make sure I bring one for Benji and a couple more.
Yeah.
They're not cheap. So, but
I feel like this is a trick. I feel like you're going to be like, hey, do you want a knuckle sandwich or something when you get here? And then I'm like, yeah, man. And all of a sudden I'm going to get socked. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about these knuckle sandwich cigars. I'm just letting you know.
Man, did you see Benji and I? He came down a couple weeks ago and we were smoking at the Rooster. Man, we had the best time. It was just him and I. We went and got a bite to eat. And we literally, I don't even think we ordered an entree. I think we just got an appetizer. We were so ready to get out of there and go relax.
Yeah.
And we sat in there till like 11:30 at night. They closed at 10. They let us stay in there till 11:30. And we just smoked and hung out, and they vacuumed around us and cleaned up. And we had a hell of a time, man. Benji just moved from Athens, Georgia, all the way up to North Georgia, right by Blue Mountain or whatever it's called. I don't know. Blue Ridge I don't know. Anyway, got a beautiful spread that he just bought, and he's like, man, I need a break from moving. So we just vegetated, man. We had a great freaking time.
That was probably my favorite time in Oklahoma. We all went to that cigar bar. There was me, you, Benji. Was it Nathan Downs?
Good old Nate Dogg.
Yeah. Who else was there?
I was there.
Oh,
Susan was there.
Susan was there, but that's where y'all ended up like selling a booth there for the fence show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, somebody ended up buying a booth for the fence show, and there was two different people there. They got upgraded. Yeah, while we were there, they just happened to have been there, and they
was Sasha there?
Hey, are you Brian from the fence show coming up? I go, yeah. We ended up talking to them. They were local from Vegas too.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Well, we're doing cigars on Thursday though. Thursday's going to be a big cigar night. I think if we get enough people interested, we're even going to get the shuttle bus going for that. And we're already going to have a shuttle bus going on Wednesday out for the Homeland party. Did you register for that yet?
No, I didn't.
We got to get them over the link. Yeah, that's going to be kind of cool. They literally bought out the entire Stonies Rockin' Country. So the band I saw, which was pretty cool, they got a band, everything going in there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that'll be
Well,
Wednesday over there, the same mall area where the cigar lounge is. So it'd be a good chance to check it out. But Thursday, I've dedicated that entire evening. We've got dedicated for all of us to go over and smoke cigars.
what
So
cigar bar are we going to? I want to check it out.
Triple Crown Cigar Lounge.
Okay.
So Triple
They'll be
Crown.
at the show as well.
Yeah, they'll have a booth at the show too. So
Oh, really?
Yep.
And at demo days.
Yep.
So, man, me and Benji had this great idea. So you seen the new Dan Blanc sensor logo, the skeleton
Yeah.
with the cigar? Anyway, if you look on a cigar, guys, it's got the ring on it, the wrapper.
Yeah.
It says FTG, and that stands for fuck that guy. So Benji and I were going to get those made and bring cigars to hand out for the podcast, but
no time now.
I don't know. Maybe next year. I think that'll be awesome, man, to have that ring on it and bring it to and hand out cigars to everybody, you know?
Yeah.
So we're looking at that.
This is episode. What is this episode of My Fence Life, Susan? Episode number what? 297?
It's 297, yes.
So,
I know last week said 297, but I might have done a little math wrong.
Okay. That's what I was.
This week is actually 297.
Okay.
This is 297 AD.
Yes.
AD. So you took this thing a long ways, man. You pioneered this for all of us. So
there was a lot of people that helped me get to where I was at, man. And I wish Cannon would have stayed long enough to enjoy it to the end. But you know, him and I talked not too long ago, and he was like, "Man," I was telling him this and that, and he's like, "Now you know what happened to me." He goes, "I didn't miss it. Let me tell you, I didn't miss it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not really missing it either."
Yeah.
So
it's you know, you don't realize people don't realize that you just think, oh, we're just come on for 45 minutes and that's all it takes. But you know, like right after this show, I'll be like going, man, I don't have to think about it right now. It's like I won't think about it Thursday. I won't think about it Friday much, and then I'll get into panic mode come the weekend. And then Monday, if you're stressed out on Monday, you got to verify somebody's going to come on. It's just it takes over your Monday. Tuesday, you're like calling each other saying, hey, did they verify they're going to be there? Do you have the notes? What are we going to talk about? I mean, it's literally so that 45 minutes. It's amazing how much of your energy it consumes.
Well, it's not only that, man. It's the people that call you or get in your inbox afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's one thing to interview people, right? But it's another thing when you're getting on there spewing out knowledge and processes and procedures. So now they're in your inbox and they're blowing it up, and you know they're calling the office, and I mean, it's freaking insane, man. It really is. It's freaking insane.
I'm not as smart as you, so I don't share as much valuable information. So my phone doesn't blow up shortly after, other than they'll just call to tell me to F off. They don't like something I said or something, but I don't get like questions. They don't want to follow up on my conversations at all.
Dude, I get more people hit me up and ask me how much you paid for the podcast. I cannot tell you how many people. And then I've had people say, yeah, you know, somebody called me and they're like, man, I heard this. I heard that. I freaking love it, man. I love it. It's so funny.
I thought you went out and bought a car. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's all I know.
When I first saw that, I believed it. I go, man, I thought you were my fence pipe logos on the side or something, you know?
I am looking at that Porsche Cayenne SUV.
Yeah.
Looking at
you earned it. You earned it. I mean, this is definitely wouldn't be to 297 without someone like you that especially you and Cannon that put all that time and energy in, and you should be flattered that everybody else is out there kind of copying what you did, because you did it well, and you laid the groundwork so everybody else could. And I, me, I'm a firm believer. We have room for 30 more podcasts and 30 more associations, 30 more shows. There's so much of our industry we're not reaching right now, and every one of us reaches a small bubble within our own little circle. And if we get enough of us together, we're going to reach a broader part of our industry. Next thing you know, we've got not just the 2 or 3% that we're always, we've all been connected to these same companies, but now we're talking about 5-10% of the industry involved. And that's how we change things. That's how we get, the resources out to everybody, and it grows. So I'm a believer in more, man, more. Our industry's so big that we're not even touching it yet. touching it, and they can watch all of our podcasts. Some people don't like our show. Some people don't like one of the other ones. They're going to find something that fits them. So we gotta, and I think that's what it's going to take to connect to more people. But kudos to all you guys, man. You and Cannon for starting this thing, and everything you got it. And I can't thank you enough for that. And I know we talked about it for a while, but letting me to continue it on it's a big deal, and I'm honored, flattered.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I think you're doing great with it. Keep killing it.
Cool. I will see you not next week, but the week after. I'm sure I'll be talking to you shortly. But
yeah, I got a bunch of boxes here. I'm getting ready to ship to you of all the My Fence Life stuff I got left over.
Nice. We're gonna have that in the media booth. I'm sure you'll be spending a little time in there as well, because we're gonna be interviewing you live. I'm gonna make you wear a My Fence Life T-shirt or something and walk around, and I'm gonna tell everybody that I made you give me my money back.
My old life.
So I could get my life back. So anyway, thanks again, Dan. Always good talking to you, man. Everybody, thanks for watching. Susan, we all love you, man.
Okay.
You hold this whole thing together for us. You
Yes.
do. Thank you for everything you do. All right. We'll
All right,
talk to you guys later.
Y'all keep on fencing.
We'll see you.
I'm eating animal crackers.